Thanks, Rick, for the introduction. Great, thanks. So, when Rick was telling his bus story, it reminded me of an embarrassing moment that happened today. And this is news, so I'm not even sure how it's going to come out, so we're just going to ride this wave together. So, you know, like sometimes in the morning when you're walking to work, like you just do things, you know, just to keep yourself going. And I have to get up sometimes like at 5 in the morning. Does anybody else get up here at 5? No, y'all are 8 to 5ers. Okay. Anyway, so I'm walking and I'm like singing in my head, you know, and then you know like when you get to that moment to where you realize you've been singing out loud, like the whole time. You know, so first of all, little context. I'm in the Rainier Valley. I don't know if anybody knows where that is, on the south side. South side? And, yeah, right. So I'm there and I'm like singing, but the thing is, I don't know a lot of songs. So that's just number one about me. I don't know a lot of songs, and I can't sing songs unless I hear the music. So usually what I'm singing is like made up songs, right? So, and that's another bad thing because I'm singing it in my head, but it's coming out, you know, like verbally where people can hear it. So I'm singing this song like, oh, on Rainier, there's a man with a beard. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? That's what I'm singing as I'm walking by this man with a beard sitting on Rainier. What are you doing here? So that's just number one. But I don't realize I'm doing it until I go into the instrumental part. So I'm like, I'm walking on Rainier, there's a man in the beard. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? And I look over, and there's like 2 people, like standing there. And so the first thing I try to play it cool, right? So the first thing I was like, okay, they probably didn't hear me, right? So then I try to do like a test run. So I'm like, there's a man over here with a beard, to see if like they would look, and they totally looked, so they heard me. And then another thing I do is like when I'm walking, I'm always practicing like what I want to say. You know, like some people y'all do that. Like when you make a grocery list, you're walking to say like I gotta get eggs, I gotta get buttermilk, I gotta tell Doug to take the kids out, I gotta feed the fish. There's all these things that we might say. So I was doing that today, but then people when they start looking at you, does anybody else act like you got like a Bluetooth in? I was like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And you hear me? Okay. Oh man, I lost you. And then I'm trying to tell people that's hey, I lost them. So they were totally there, and I could see them, but you can't. I mean, it's just a whole variety of problems. Anyway, that's just a little bit about me. So, welcome. This is awesome that everybody's here, and I feel like I know every one of you, so it feels like it's my birthday. Awesome! Cupcakes after the show. Go get them, Rick. So, first of all, it's already the end of January. This is amazing. The year's already flying by. And I think I've already broke every one of my New Year's resolutions. I don't know if anybody else is more disciplined, but I have. But I just want to say, this year is going to be a mega year for me, people. This is going to be my year. And let me go ahead and tell you why, to bust it out. Half of this isn't even a joke. This is just true knowledge. One, I really feel that the Mariners are going to win the World Series today. I mean, not today, but this year. Obviously, they're not playing today. Because of like what the Seahawks did. Like they came and made it into the playoffs, and I feel like that's enough encouragement for Ichiro. I'm like, this is going to be awesome. We're going to play in October. It's going to be great. Also, this is a big announcement. I'm getting engaged this year. Yes, I know. What are you already laughing about? No, this is true. I am super excited. I cannot wait, and I'm really thinking it's going to happen in September because that's my birthday month. But, so I got to start dating. Like, I've got to start dating today. Like, it just has to happen. Like, it's got to. So if there's anyone single, 6'2", minimum chiropractic skills, we'll talk about it later, but it's got to happen. It's got to happen. Because I feel like it's got to happen because a lot of people think that the world's going to end today. Not today, but this year. Yeah, May 12th, 2011. And I know this because there's a billboard somewhere in Texas that says it just as big as day. Like, world's going to end May 11, 2011. And I'm freaked out, right? And I'm freaked out because I have a trip planned in October. So I'm thinking, crap, like, I'm really worried because I'm spending like $2,000 for this trip. But either way, it's, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it, saying it out loud, it is kind of a win-win, because if Jesus comes back, then I feel like, oh, I'm going on a great trip. And, but if he, but what if he doesn't come back? Then I'm thinking, well, that's like $2,000. You know how much food I could have bought for $2,000? Like, I wouldn't have had to, like, work all them extra odd jobs. Like, I could have just been, like, chilling. So, I don't know, I'm a little worried, but I really want to go to New Zealand. So, wow. I don't know. I know. It's going to be fun. I'm going to hold a koala. I love the participation. That's what we're all about here. Yeah, so I don't know. And then I'll find my husband, so it's all going to be good. It really is. So I suppose everybody here has a job. I mean, if you're holding a sandwich or you can remember what that looks like, I'm thinking you have a job. Right? Some people don't. So Some people don't. My mom is still waiting for me to get one. But I told her, I was like, Mom, you know, I just have a list of things I've been going down the list of, and then I'm going to go back to school. So the first thing I wanted to do was an astronaut. But my eyesight's not good, so I'm like, check. Then, you know, I wanted to be a professional athlete, but that obviously hasn't happened because I'm in my prime. I'm 29 now.
Nice.
That's scary, I know. It's kind of scary. So that's it. So now it's stand-up comedy, horseback rider, and then I'm going back to school. So I'm like right there. So Mama, I'm working on it. I really want a job. But it's hard when you don't have a job. Like, because you have to prove to people how bad you want a job. Do you know those people? Y'all probably do it to your friends because you all have jobs. You don't say, well, if you really wanted a job, you would work anywhere. Well, yeah. Probably, but I don't want to like work at certain places, but I felt like I had to start applying to all these places, so I applied at Subway. Does anybody here work at Subway? No, because y'all don't get lunch breaks. Well, so I applied at Subway just to shut my friends up, just to be like, look, I really want a job, I'm willing to work anywhere, I'm applying at Subway, will y'all come visit me? You know, I'm doing like the whole thing to get encouragement. And the thing about Subway to me is that I'm scared of mayonnaise. Like, I do not like mayonnaise. Like, it is a no thank you all the way across the board about mayonnaise. And another thing is, like, you fill out so many jobs, and for people here who's been unemployed, you know what's up. It's like, filling out jobs is like having a job. It's like you have to take all these 40-minute surveys to work at QFC at the end of the application process. You have to do all these things. You spend countless minutes and seconds filling this stuff out, trying to make sure everything's typed right and making up references and talking about the degrees you don't have. We all do it. That's how you got your job. And then the thing is, you go into these places and you call or whatever, and you say, hey, listen, you know, I'm just calling about my job. And you try to use the good voice. Hi, I'm just calling about my job. I'm always happy. I'm on time. And they look at you and they say that phrase, yeah, we'll get back to you, but we have your application on file. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I think I've heard that like at least 15 times now. And so I'm a little bit angry because I'm thinking, like, where's the accountability to the file? Like, I want to know what the file is. Like, I want to go down to Starbucks at the corporate office down here on First. Maybe we could all go after the show. And I want to ask them, I was like, yes, you can help me today, Angela. I want to know where my file is. I want to see that you have my application on file. I want to know that if there is a possibility within 60 days, you're going to go to that file. I don't believe it exists, people. I believe that file is in India, and I believe that what happens is after we fill it out, 5 minutes goes by and they delete it. I really believe that's how it works. And I know it's pretty messed up, and I know that's a Debbie Downer moment, people, but that is the facts, okay? And I'm here to spread awareness. It is not okay anymore. I need work. I don't want to work at Subway, but here is this is the kicker of it all, people. Breaking news. Subway was the only person to call me back. The only people. And I didn't call them back because I don't want to work with mayonnaise. I honestly don't. Like, at first I was like, well, that's food. You know, that's food. I can just, like, get my free sandwich every day. But then I was like, no, maybe that's mayonnaise, and it kind of freaks me out. I don't know. But even when I used to have a job, it was always important for me to look the part. Like, wherever I was at. Like, I always acted bigger than I was. Does anybody do that at your job? Every one of you do that. So what I did was, so an example is like, I feel like I need a microphone to be funny. So even when I was a little kid, I would always like act like I had a microphone and be like telling jokes or something lame. And then when I play church softball, I take it up to the very next extreme. Anybody play church softball? You go to church softball? All right. Jesus. So I know, right? I play church softball, and so the average church softball player looks like this. So he wears denim jeans, and he's got on like some old New Balances, and for some reason he wears like the button-up shirt. You know, I don't know, it's for ventilation or something, I don't know. So he's playing first base, right? This is a true story. You come out to the game, season starts in April. So he's at first, and I'm at second. Now, I am wearing like baseball pants up to the knees. I got on socks. I got on metal cleats. I got like Tootsie Rolls in my mouth, so it looks like tobacco. I have got so much stuff. So I want to go out there looking like I play big leagues, like the majors, you know. So I'm like, yeah, this is what I do. Anyway, so I'm like that at my work too, because my very first job when I was like 16, I worked for a place called Golden Corral. It's like someplace in the South. It's like a buffet, and it's like the cheap buffet, like $3.99. And the only thing you can find on the buffet is fried chicken, rolls, some peas, and some cream corn. That's it. That's all you're going to get on the buffet. But we didn't know no better. I mean, this is what you eat, right? So I come out here to these restaurants. was just like, look at all this food. Whoa, there's turkey and chicken. Like, it's a big deal. I mean, you pay more for it, but, you know, it's okay. Anyway. Anyway, so I was working at Golden Corral, and I was just the girl who, like, fixed the drinks, you know? So I made this, like, funny joke, or I didn't think it was a joke at the time, but I was real, and I was like, man, I'm the beverage technician. So I told everybody that I was the beverage technician. So everybody that came in that had a problem with their drink, I was like, you know what, you need to talk to management. And I would turn around and I'd be like, here I am. What can I help you with? And they're like, what? And they took it as me being sarcastic and, you know, crazy. And I guess I was, looking back on it. I was only like 19. So I guess that was part of the problem. But anyway, but then I just had, this is my last joke, I promise, but my true story really, but I just had a work-study job at Seattle Central Community College, because that's what's up. If you want to get your AA degree for free, Seattle Central. So I was there, I got a work-study job, and I feel like I freaked the people out a little bit, because once again, I take on this personality, like, you know, I'm kind of big. So my office, I'm not even playing, that was shared by like 17 people. This office was shared by 17 people. So I took the liberty of like bringing photos in, I had candles, I even, like some people at work like helped me make like a fake achievement of service degree award thing. I had it like that. People were freaking out, because some people don't have a sense of humor in the workplace. And maybe it was because it was only 2 doors down from the vice president, I don't know. But I was like, that's funny, you know? I mean, it's not even a matter that you're not laughing, that's just funny. Like, I'm coming in there like I'm bringing stuff in the office, guys. It's not even my office, it's funny. I don't care who you are, that's funny. But yeah, man, I appreciate working in the cubicles. It's fun. It's a whole different environment. I've never worked like in an office situation before, and I was like, wow, it's something to finish a degree for. So, like I said, if horseback riding, this comedy thing doesn't work out, going back to school for sure. Anyway, so that was just all about me, and it's all true story, sadly. But the next guy that's up here, I have to like brag on him for a minute. He was the first like real comedian that I could say that I met. I was like, man, who's this guy with the beard and kind of scrubby, looks homeless, but I don't know. So, and they were like, oh, Katie, snap, that's Emma Montgomery. I said, who? And I'm looking around like, who? They're like, Emma Montgomery. So I met him a couple months back or whatever. He's really a cool guy. Like, he has a monthly show at the Annex Theater, Weird and Awesome. And he also does like art, and he's super talented. He makes puppets, and they all have different voices. And it's just amazing. So give it up for Emma Montgomery.